mentioned earlier, we're at a Christian music conference this week, and we're talking with some of your favorite artists. We've got Hannah Kerr in the room. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you for taking time to come over. I know a lot of things going on this week. You're busy, and we appreciate you taking time.
Oh, I'm so excited. I always look forward to interviews like this. Thanks for having me.
You're in a club of artists that are just too young to have done as much as they've done. I mean, you're in your 20s, and already you've had many hit records. I mean, there's so much background on you. How do you do it? It's amazing.
How does she do it? No, honestly, the Lord has given me all the strength that I've needed through this whole crazy, I guess it's been like almost 10 years that I've been doing music.
Yeah.
I signed my first deal on the day I graduated from high school.
Wow.
And so it's been wild, but I went to college for 4 years. I was doing all of this at the same time I was in school, which I do not recommend to all you kids out there. Just do one or the other. But God gave me the strength and the grace that I needed to make it through. And I'm so thankful to be here today. I feel like I'm 27, but I feel much older than that in my experience in life.
Absolutely. Now, you moved from Buffalo, New York to Nashville about the time you were starting high school.
Yeah.
A lot of kids don't like to move when they're starting high school. How was that?
It was crazy. It was a really hard time to move. I was just ending 8th grade, moving into 9th grade, and that's a time in a girl's life that is just really crazy.
Right.
But it honestly ended up being the best thing ever. That year, the first year we moved was really difficult. I struggled a lot with anxiety and depression that year, but man, that's where so many of my songs came from, was that first year. And that's what God does. Like, he takes the worst moments of our life and turns them into testimonies of his goodness. And
Absolutely.
so it's honestly been awesome. And I love Nashville. And
what better place to be for
what better place
the music
to be?
industry than Nashville?
I mean, I see so much of God's purpose and why my family moved there, and I'm so thankful.
Yeah. Thinking back to your younger memories, what came first? What memory came first? Your love of music or your love of God?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I knew so much about the Lord my whole life. My parents were the worship leaders at my church.
Okay.
And so my mom says I came out of the womb singing, I was like always been singing. So I think I loved music. I loved Christian music growing up, like Casting Crowns and Francesca Battistelli, Bethany Dillon. Those are my favorite artists growing up. So I knew a lot about God and I loved music. But then once I started getting older, I fell in love with the Lord for myself. I really experienced him in my own life, and that changed everything for me. So I would say music first, and then my love for the Lord. Those things just really came together in a beautiful way.
Beautiful. Can you hang out with us a few more minutes here?
Of course.
All right. Hannah Kerr is with us. She's our guest today. We're going to talk a little more with her shortly here on the Z. Z 88.3. It's 127. I am Dan. We're talking with some of your favorite artists this week. We're at a Christian music conference here in Orlando. I'm fortunate to have Hannah Kerr sitting next to me here.
Thanks
so
for
glad
having
you're
me.
able to join us today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Think back to childhood. What was the first time you performed in front of an audience?
My first time singing was on Christmas Eve. I was 4 years old, and my dad had me sing Silent Night. My dad was the worship leader at my church, and so he kind of was like, "You're doing this." I had no say in the matter. I remember I was wearing this purple sparkly dress, and there was a single spotlight on me. And I think about that moment a lot, actually, because I wasn't nervous at all because my dad was playing piano.
Oh, wow.
And so even now, like when I play shows, I think about the fact that, like, I don't have to be nervous. I got my dad up here with me. Like, the Lord is with me on this stage right now. Like, my father is in the house. So I think about that.
He was playing piano. Was anybody getting video of this moment?
There's got to be video somewhere. My parents have so much video of my childhood, but I sang in church so much as a kid, and I think that's just why I'm here today. It's like I just had all that experience just singing, leading worship, singing my favorite songs by, Rebecca St. James and all kinds of stuff. So I'm grateful for that experience.
Yeah, considering the songs that you've already recorded and that have gotten airplay on radio, songs that you're going to produce in the future, what is the hope you have? How do you want your music to touch people's lives?
I have seen God do so much through my songs already, and I just pray that people experience the peace and the love of God through my songs. I write a lot of songs about really personal things that I've been through, but it's amazing to me how God brings the right song to the right person in their specific situation. Like something that I've experienced can relate so deeply to something they're going through right then. And so I just pray that God brings it to the right people, whoever it is that needs to hear that message, whether it's about peace in the middle of anxiety or the fact that God can transform our life any day, anytime. I just want people to hear the hope and the peace of Jesus in my songs. So that's my hope for everything going forward and all the stuff I've already done.